Hey guys, this is Denny from White Metal Games.
This is Preston.
And today what we're going to do is show you a quick video on setting up a team for Blood Bowl.
Yep, a lot of people might think that the best place to start if you're starting a new league is to just go out and buy the starter set from Games Workshop. And while that does give you everything you need to play the game, maybe you don't want necessarily to use the humans or the orc team. Maybe you want to use Nurgle or Chaos or Ogres, for example. You don't necessarily need to buy that to get everything you need. There's a lot of third-party companies and also free sources online that you can access to download and acquire everything you'll need to play the game. And so today we're going to go through a couple of those options for you to make it easier for you to start, and so you can get right into your league, ready to play.
So now you're getting ready to start a league, and you want to see what do you actually need to play the game. With the starter set, it comes with quite a bit of things. So you have your passing template, don't need that. You have your throwing template, you don't need that. Your scatter template, it's good, you don't need that either.
Yep, you can go online and just do a Google search for the Living Rulebook.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's version 6 now.
6, Living Rulebook 6.
Just do a Google search for that, and you can download a free PDF that has everything on there. You can print them out and laminate them. It does the exact same thing, so you don't need those nice fancy pieces of plastic unless you really want them. They do look really cool painted up, so if you're a hobbyist, it might be worth it getting the starter set for those reasons, but it's really not necessary.
You do need a mat to play on. If you go and you can find online, they have a neoprene mats.
Yeah, the starter set comes with the two-sided dugout here. And so you've got the standard side pitch, and then you've also got more of like a orky side there. But you can also buy these separately in this form. Games Workshop sells this, and also a Skaven and Dwarf themed pitch. They're not very expensive. They're a lot less expensive than the whole starter set for sure. Also, third-party companies, so you can buy them online, neoprene style. They're like it's basically a big mouse pad. Those are great for rolling dice on.
And the reason I like the neoprene ones better is, well, first off, I think they look nicer. The dugouts, you'll need dugouts, but if you get the neoprene, it comes with the dugouts already built into the actual mat itself. It even comes with the passing template. It comes. Some of them even come with the throwing template. So really, it is. You open it up and you're ready to play.
So another thing that comes with the starter set is the dice. So you will need block dice for sure. These are kind of special dice that are for Blood Bowl particularly. There's ways you can just buy these online. You can also, I think you can join the NAF Association, which is like the National Blood Bowl League. And if you sign up, they'll give you free dice with your membership, which is a cool way to get them. But other than the block dice, you just get 2 standard D6s. All you need is 2, really. And then you need a D8. The starter set comes with a D16 to randomly select members on your team, but you don't really need that. If you're already a gamer, you probably have plenty of D20s lying around that'll serve the same purpose, roughly. So that's another thing that you don't really need from the starter set. What else comes in the starter set?
Oh, well, it comes with your rule books. So it has the official rule book. Don't need that.
Yep. Once again, the Living Rulebook 6 is the exact same rules. And you can download that for free online.
Comes with some other side stuff that you will need that it comes with. This one I actually do like. This is the one-page quick reference guide, I would say. Now, I do like this, so if you can get a hold of this, I think it's only a couple dollars on eBay. So definitely.
You pick up one of those real cheap, and that's great. It's got all the basic rules that you'll need to play the game without having to flip through a rule book to find everything out to speed your game up. Blood Bowl also has released supplements for it over the months since its initial release called Death Zone. And so you can pick up Death Zone Season 1 and Season 2 is out at the making of this video as well. Those have extra rules in them, but they're also not really necessary to play a standard game of Blood Bowl. So unless you're looking for just expanding your game out, looking to get more wacky, zany rules going on just for more fun, those are great things to pick up, but not necessary.
No, and from what I've noticed over the last couple books they've put out, it's been mostly about the new star players. And a lot of and especially in Season 2, Death Zone, it was about endorsements. In our leagues, it was too much. We couldn't seem to get a good quick game in. So we kind of passed up Season 2 Death Zone, so you really don't need it.
And I know a lot of leagues too like to play more old school style where they don't particularly use the cards that come with the starter set. That's another thing that comes with the starter set. That would be another reason why you would think you need to get the starter set is for the special play cards and whatnot. You can buy those separately.
Yeah, I think like $12.
Yeah, you can buy those separately, so you don't need the starter set to get your hands on those. And a lot of time, more experienced Blood Bowl players prefer not to use the cards because they like to play more strategic games, traditional game, and the cards can add in a lot of left field factors that more competitive coaches might get upset about. So.
I do like the little added flavor.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. But for competitive settings, it might not be everybody's cup of tea.
So what else do you need? So we've got. Let's say we went out. We bought the mat. We got the dugouts. Now we've got what, miniatures left?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need. The starter set comes with a human and an orc team of miniatures. I think it's 12 players on each team.
Yeah.
But maybe you don't want to use the humans or the orcs right away. Maybe you really want to play chaos or ogres or something like that, or elves, And so Games Workshop is slowly releasing new sculpts of these teams out, but maybe you don't want to wait for your favorite team to come out. And so there's a lot of alternatives you can actually pursue to get a cool team.
For example, I'll just put one in a picture here. I just got this team. This is a Nurgle team. This is no conversion, so you won't have to do anything. And it is from Hungry Troll, so, there's all kinds of options out there. Very good sculpts. Then you've got classic, like, old school, vintage, like, Willy miniatures.
Yeah, there's Kickstarters too are happening. There's dozens and dozens of companies that are releasing these things. Because one thing to realize about Blood Bowl is Games Workshop hasn't supported it for years until just recently. And so in that vacuum where Games Workshop hasn't been involved with the hobby, all kinds of third-party companies have kind of picked up the reins and produced awesome quality miniatures. Some of them even rivaling Games Workshop sculpts, and some of them are even
the Nurgle one, for example.
Yeah, those Nurgles look great.
And I did nothing to them.
Yeah, and how much does like one of those teams run?
It was $95, and it came with everything I needed in a legit competitive team. So I only had to buy one kit, and that was everything. It wasn't like when I went to Games Workshop and I bought my orcs, for example, that I purchased. I ended up having to buy extra because I needed four black orcs. I needed four blitzers. It doesn't come with everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of these other companies, they come with everything that you would need, so you don't have to go and buy any more miniatures.
Yeah, so the initial price point for some of those companies might seem expensive at first, but when you take into account the fact that it actually comes with everything that you need to play the game in just one lump purchase there, it's actually a pretty good deal, especially for the quality of some of these miniatures that you can get. Another option to make some teams that might not be released by Games Workshop yet is to create them yourself, doing custom kit bashes and conversions. Both these teams on the table here were actually created in that manner. We have a Chaos team over here that's been created as kind of like a Tzeentch-themed team. And we used kits such as the Zangor kit from Age of Sigmar to create the Beastmen here, and we used the Vanguard Hunter kit from the Stormcast Eternal line from Age of Sigmar as the bodies for the Chaos Warriors, and just put some Chaos Warrior helmets from Warhammer Fantasy on there. It's a really simple kit bash and swap, but it's really effective there, especially with a good paint job. Similar kind of thing with this Ogre team here. We used the 40k line of Ogrins to create the Ogres here with Fantasy Ogre Kingdom heads, just another simple kind of head swap. Some of their arms were swapped out too, so they're not holding guns or anything anymore like from 40k. And just some simple Noblars from the Fantasy range to create the Snotlings for the team. And this route might be a little bit more expensive because you're buying multiple Games Workshop kits. However, if you're a hobbyist and you really enjoy the hobby aspect of it and you like to convert and paint and create really characterful miniatures, it's a really great way to go about doing that.
And if you're not a strong hobbyist, and let's say you're more of a painter but not a converter like we are here, so you can do simple conversions like, for example, the Blood Warriors from Age of Sigmar. If you just cut the weapons off, they're good to go. So a lot of the miniatures that way for the fantasy realm, it's a matter of just cutting the weapons
out. Yeah, just cut the weapons out and they're done. It's really easy to do. Maybe a head swap here or there, and you're good to go. So other than the teams, the boards, all the peripherals that come with the game, what else would you really need to play Blood Bowl?
You've got your dice, you've got your miniatures, you've got your pitch that you can get, which Game Workshop's is nice, but I like the ones that are the neoprene. Some other optional things that I like: poker chips. These are good for marking what turn you're on, how many rerolls you have. I've seen people use bottle caps if you want to go a little cheaper route.
Another way to do turn counters is if you're making a custom team, you can actually create your own characterable turn counters. I made these for the Ogre team here, so we've got like a reroll counter here, a turn counter, a score counter. So you need a reroll counter, turn counter, a score counter. You need 3 counters for the game. When you buy a team, they come with themed counters with the team, and it's easy enough to stick one of those on a base or paint it up and have it look good as well. Alright, so now that we've got everything we need to play a game of Blood Bowl, the only thing we're missing is an opponent. So the best way to play Blood Bowl, in my opinion, is to start a league with a bunch of friends, because then one-off games of Blood Bowl are fun, but once you enter a league, you can start developing your team. Over the course, it becomes emotionally investing. It's a whole lot of fun, especially with some friends. And so in our next segment, we're going to be going over just the basics of players on the pitch. We're going to go over the stats, how they work, how they interact with one another, what they mean, and just really the basics before we actually even take to the field. So, as always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. This will be a multi-part series, so stay tuned for further parts. All right, guys, thanks for watching once again. Until next time, this has been Preston.
I'm Denny.
And this is White Metal Games. Check out our website, whitemetalgames.com. And as always, put your minis where your mouth is.